Hey guys, Fishy here, and we are ready for an Ellen-themed live troll hunt tonight. I am so excited to be doing this one. It's crazy what I've seen on Facebook the past few weeks with fake accounts. But I am broadcasting from my regular profile, not my unfakery page. So it's a little bit different. I wanted to see who was going to show up to that, how many people we could get into chat to talk about it. I thought I would have a better opportunity to reach people who don't normally see the unfakery live troll hunts. So we are going to do that on my channel. Hopefully that will not throw things off too crazily, and give more people a chance to see what we do and how we go hunting for trolls each week. And by trolls, I'm really using that as a loose definition of anybody who is out to scam or fool people. But it's a really broad category. It might just be fake profiles, or it might be people who are actively scamming folks and doing something nefarious. So I'm trying to keep an eye out on all those things. And, oh, I've got sinus trouble this evening. Sorry about that. But having the opportunity to, scroll through these things slowly and show people how they work, how these fakers get started and the kind of things they do, it's going to be an education. I promise you. I'm going to make sure that my page setting is big enough for you to see pretty clearly on the video. This works a little better when I have it pulled up. Hey, Torin, yeah, you wouldn't think that trolls are easy to spot once a debate starts, but you're probably thinking about people who are trolling each other ideologically, and that's something that happens, but it's not necessarily against, say, the terms of service or anything like that from Facebook. It's annoying, and it's sometimes, inauthentic to see people get into debates using straw man arguments and doing so, say, via sock puppet accounts or something like that. And a sock puppet account, for people who might not have heard that before, is, a fake account used to do that sort of thing, to do trolling and just maybe support. It might even be created to support a celebrity or another account. They might have several other accounts that they come along and echo and high five each other, one person controlling all of those. So those are things that happen. But I definitely wanted to concentrate more on the people who are preying on conservatives in Facebook groups or via different things, but not necessarily just conservatives. Politically, there's a lot of that going on, but we're going to talk about people just preying on everyday Americans. And we'll get to that today, later, when we talk about Ellen. But there's a couple things I wanted to get to first. The first one is public service announcement. I posted this yesterday. I'm an election judge, so I run the elections when they happen, the presidential elections, the midterms, everything but the school board elections and the emergency service district elections. I'm running all the things that the county is responsible for running. And in my neighborhood, I get this sometimes, where people don't understand what's going on with the machine, and luckily in my precinct, people ask for help. But though there's this problem, people have been saying, "Oh, this say the Cruz. If you vote straight ticket, then it deselects Cruz." And I don't know if that's the case, but somebody has reported that to me. And I just wanted to say, no matter what you see at the polling location, spread this to everyone you know. If your voting machine does something you don't understand, ask for help before you leave the voting booth. It is too late to fix it once you've gone. Once the vote has been cast, they can't bring it back. Do not leave that voting booth until you understand what happened. If you have an error, get a judge or a clerk over to look at it with you and try to comb through things to see what might be going on, try to reproduce the error, but do not leave. I am not telling anybody to film that sort of thing. But I'm not saying it. In my private capacity, I'm not. In my judge capacity, I'm not telling anybody to film what's going on in the voting booth. The best policy, get a judge involved. And I'm saying that because the rumors have already started. First day of early voting was yesterday, day before, 2 days ago. And we have shorter hours during the first week. During the second week of Harris County, we have full hours. It may be different where you live. You have to check. But the whole thing is people are going to start spreading rumors. It causes people to lose confidence in the process. And as the person who is at the polling location on the day that people come to vote, the actual election day, I just want to warn everybody, make sure that you've told people and that you do this yourself. If something's not right, stop and don't quit until you get that satisfactorily handled. And the reason is the people who get the rumors started based on stuff that they just got angry and walked out and decided to post it on Facebook instead of handling the problem, that sends people to me on election day angry, upset, paranoid. And by that time, all I can do is respond to what's in front of me and not pay attention to any of the rumors. So help an election judge out and make sure that you're doing that. Another thing, because it's election season, we're seeing stuff like rallies for different candidates, and President Trump held a rally in Houston this week on the first day of early voting. And then our friend Chris shared this picture of it, and it's like these are all people trying to get in to the Toyota Center because he had been there. He had seen the crowds. He was taking pictures as he was there, but this was a view he didn't see, and so he posted it. And then he found out that it wasn't the case. It was from an event a few years ago, and he posted this apology. And I just wanted to recognize this because Chris is amazing. He did exactly what we want people to do when they think they might have been fooled into sharing something that was not real or that had been mislabeled or something like that, as in this case. He investigated it further. He posted an apology, and he removed the original fake post. And this is a model, and I want everybody to if you know Chris, thank him and tell him how much you appreciate him, because this is the kind of behavior that an honorable and humble person actually does when they find out that they've been wrong about something, that they've posted something that was fake and they didn't mean to. This is what they do. This separates people from, separates a person from the kind of people who just are actually out there advancing an agenda, but not really paying attention to the truth. And I bring that up because I am on the board of the advisory board of the Pro-Truth Pledge organization, the one that supports it, called Intentional Insights. And it's important to me to put this sort of thing out there to celebrate someone retracting an incorrect statement, as it says here on the pledge, the 12 behaviors that signal that you are a person that's taken the Pro-Truth Pledge. Chris has retracted the incorrect statement and updated everything around it and vowed to do better. He is a model of this kind of behavior. And if you haven't checked out the Pro-Truth Pledge, I wanted you to see that and try to add that to your toolbox maybe. I'm going to put a link here in the comments as soon as I can get my page clicking over there. And if you haven't joined the Pro-Truth Pledge, just check it out. See if it's something that you can put your name to. It is a cause that I definitely believe in and am pitching and supporting. And it's because people like Chris who lead the way and show people how we can have better conversations, that we start having, I guess, discussions based around the truth, not around somebody's agenda. And it's a wonderful, honorable thing that Chris did, and I wanted to take the time to celebrate that and praise him for it. A couple of other links that I want to get to you first before we dive into ELLEN-PALOOZA. is this. This is an interesting article. I'm just going to put that in the chat as well. Here's how Russia runs its disinformation effort against the 2018 midterms. And I'm very interested in this topic, not necessarily trying to follow what the Russians are doing. That's a little difficult. I'm not qualified to decide whether something I'm seeing is based out of Russia or somewhere else. There are people who are working on that. There are journalists, there are people in the government, law enforcement who are looking into those things. I'm interested in the effects. I'm interested in the effects, whether it's Russia, whether it's Macedonia, whether it's India, whether India and Philippines and Macedonia are running operations funded by Russians. I don't know, but I want it at least that people are still talking about this. Here's a part that I wanted to address. What do the influence specialists actually do? And I want you to keep this in mind when we do other troll hunts. The evidence from U.S. government officials suggests that Russian influence mongers mostly do not try to program the American political environment with their own pet topics. Instead, they simply observe what is trending among Americans and turn up the volume. Now, that's very important based on the kind of things I'm seeing in these Trump-related groups where I'm finding so much fakery. So keep that in mind. It's not necessarily that the Russians would be seeding new topics or trying to direct conversations in a certain way. It's more about building chaos, building some amplifying, say, at the same time, Black Lives Matter and some Confederate flag supporting groups. Those things cause more chaos and disruption and instability in the United States, which is to the benefit of anybody who would rather be a world power and have a different world power in charge than the United States. So that's something to think about. Again, I'm going to put that link in the chat. You could read the whole article. It is worth paging through. And it's one of the things that I've been concerned about for a long time. So looking at the groups that I've looked at and seeing the things that I've been seeing, that's something that you should be aware of, how this stuff works. It's not as simple as you think, I don't believe. And then also, this both that article and this one came from Kayla Bailey, who's a friend of Unfakery now, and Kayla has sent us this one too. Interesting view from Atlantic. It's a Pew survey, I believe, or Pew Research Center survey saying that discovered pretty much that older people, over 50 maybe, don't necessarily have as good a grasp of the difference between a factual statement and an opinion statement. And here's some data that they cite. You could look at that. I'm going to put that link down in the chat as well, so you can click on that and see if that's something that you wanted to look into. It was pretty interesting. And one of the things they blame this on is television, that more younger people have left television behind, and they're not really, getting into television news, but the people who tend to have these sticky opinions that are, over 65, maybe that might have been colored by the changes in technology through other means, television, and this article also cites something like talk radio being a change, and then the 24-hour cable news cycle being a change. As older people tend to watch more television than younger people, you would expect there to be some differences. I don't know if fact from opinion discernment would be one of them, but it's an interesting question. So I put the link in there in case you wanted to look at that or argue with it, that kind of thing. I wanted also, to talk about Ellen DeGeneres today. So many people that I know, now that I've done this one video about Ellen, a fake Ellen account, now that I've done that one, so many people have gotten in touch with me and said, yeah, these fakers have got to me too. I've seen these fakers. I've seen my friends follow these fakers, and it's scary what's happening. And I want to read you one post that one guy made on when he shared our video, our Ellen DeGeneres video. This video, by the way, 3,200 views on Facebook and 130 shares. So people are spreading the word with this video. And it's had 2,800 views on YouTube. And that's a big thing for me, because watch time and hours and subscribers, that sort of thing, you know, people sort of know to come to our channel for that. We'll start to see that channel grow as well as our Facebook page. But this is the post that Jason wrote. He says, I don't like to smear people unless there's a good cause. I myself have been, it seems, scammed by someone claiming to be Oprah 48 hours ago. This individual contacted me saying I was selected to receive a new car and $100,000. Stop and pause on that for a second. Someone claiming to be Oprah told this guy he was selected to receive a new car and $100,000. She asked for $200 to seal the deal. Explaining that I didn't have that to give, she directed me to XAPO. It's a Bitcoin firm. Well, I signed into that. Well, they've already received all my personal info, so I had an emergency and had to leave home for a few hours. When I returned, Oprah had blocked me from the account she was working. And I don't know what or if there will be damage or repercussions from these events. So moral of the story, he says, please be careful. Now, this guy got approached by one of these fake profiles and asked to give them money so that he could get a bigger return on that money. This is awful. This is a horrible thing. And the people who fall for this, I have relatives who've fallen for scams that are similar to this, not with celebrities involved, but with family members involved. Some people, when they're desperate, when they are frustrated, when they have financial difficulties, they bite on bait that they wouldn't normally bite on. And that happened to this guy. Now, hopefully none of his information got shared around, that he's going to be fine and there's no financial problems. But this is why I'm fighting fake profiles. Not just these guys that are dealing and scamming people politically, that tend to find people that are conservatives and jack with their opinions. I'm finding people who are literally being scammed out of money by people pretending to be celebrities. And it's horrible. And it turns my stomach to see it. So this has become sort of a secondary mission for me. You could see that a couple of weeks ago we did a live troll hunt. We looked at all these profiles, these names. Jamie L. Curtis, Oprah Gail Winfrey, Gail Winfrey, and then all these weird, different variations on the name, something like that. Dwayne Drock Johnson, things like that. Dwayne Johnson. We found all these fakes. Now, we reported them at the time. Look how few are left. Of this batch of 29, and we'll get to all of it, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So 21 out of 29. Now, Christina, one of our new friends, Christina Bond, had reported all these Luke Bryans to us, and the two of us reported them all to Facebook. And Facebook took down 3 of them pretty quickly. So we still have 5 more Luke Bryans out there. So I added them to this section, but originally we were looking at just 21. Of that 21, 19 or 18 are down. Facebook has taken them down and removed them. But this is what we're looking at when we look at these. Here's the Dwayne The Rock Johnson one. Let's see what this one looks like. Yep. So here he is. It's got a video. It's got cash, pictures of cash and everything. It's got a car. It all looks like it's supposed to be him. And then we got this little guy here in the photos. I don't get it, but okay. this is probably your guy who's scamming people. You could take this particular link. We could put it into the stock scan tool that we use. And if this is your first time to see one of the live troll hunts, you're in for a treat. Stockscan.com. And we just paste that link of that profile in there, and it'll pull up all the public information that this profile has been engaged in. So let's look at posts down here under profile. We'll look at the posts that this particular guy has been sharing. Hi, all my friends. Still a chance for you to get a prize. Good luck to say to the winner. Are you ready to receive your blessing? So yeah, this guy's been scamming people for a while. September, we're going back over a month ago. August, though, we had these photos put in there. So this guy wasn't really being Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for very long. It's only a couple months, but people are responding. When we look at these comments, 56 comments, 47 shares, 111 comments, 71 shares, 78 comments, 80 shares. There are that many people out there who are buying this stuff. It's heartbreaking. It really is. And this is what he's been posting. And when we look and we see tags in posts, let's see what posts this pretender has been tagged in. Oh, that's not English, is it? No, it's not. This is probably an Indonesian based account. That's where I found many of them. Yeah, there's Indonesia tag right there. These are other people who have tagged this profile. And it looks like, again, it's centered in Indonesia. We could probably double check that and see if there's any check-ins. So we'll go down to places and all. No check-ins to show. But that was a pretty good indicator that we've got some Indonesia based fakery going on here. These are the photos that this profile has commented on. And if we looked at them pretty closely, we might see some of these tagged with different places. Some of the people might say where they're from. So, I mean, this is how we discover where these guys are operating from. So we've looked at that one. Let's see what else we have here. Oprah Gail Winf. I think this one is still got some of the detail on there. It says real account official. I don't know that anybody should necessarily believe that. And there aren't any pictures here that I'm seeing straight up of cash and cars. This is just pictures of Oprah. This might be an account they haven't got around to using as a scam. And it might be one of the reasons this one is still up. But this is how they look. And what the fakers tell people who are interacting with these accounts is that their agents, their managers, their financial advisors won't let them use their regular Facebook page in order to do these giveaways, that they have to have a secret page. And this is where their secret page is. This is their alternate account. Yeah, and that's not a thing. I'm just saying. But let's look at these Luke Bryans that Christina Bond found. So here's one of them. Works at American Idol. It's got pictures. Yeah, not a real account. Not at all. Yeah, no, that's not a thing. So let's look at the second one. This guy, Luke Bryan. Luke.Bryan.5621. Yep, pictures, people talking and interacting. Not Luke Bryan. This one, what do we got here? This one, pictures, stuff like that. Not a whole lot of detail. Looks like a bare minimum profile. This one, it's still operational. Let's see what we got here. This one, some of the same pictures. And lots of friends that probably scamming. Yeah. Don't know. Sometimes they do this through private messages too, so it's harder to catch them when they do that. But here's another Luke Bryan. I mean, he's a cute little guy. He really is. But I bet you if we compared some of these people with some of the last one, friends of the last one, we might find some overlaps. But now I want you to see this. When I talked about Ellen and made the video about Ellen, they came out of the woodwork. And I made a second video about all the Ellen DeGeneres profiles that I found. Here we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Yeah, 32. 32. And of those, I have 3, 4, 5 that are still active. All the yellow means they've been taken down. Facebook has removed them. So of 32 with 5 left, that makes what, 17? Something like that. And Mikey Watts actually linked me to these 3 at the end. Let's take a look at these first. Mikey's a new friend of Unfakeries as well. Always appreciate that kind of help. Follow me, giveaways, Ellen DeGeneres, all in quotes. And then you may be the next winner. Here's the setup that they ask you to do. Share and tag your friends, comment, register, and then download movies. This is how they're getting into your computer. They're possibly harvesting your computer to use to scam more people, to run other malware things. I'll tell you this, since I've been working, getting an education in the digital advertising industry, digital advertising fraud is hugely profitable. And what they might be doing with this download movies thing is downloading something else to your computer that will sit in the background and run all the time. And what it'll do is it'll go and visit pages and pretend like a person actually looked at an ad, a digital ad, and they'll charge the digital advertisers money for that view, but they won't get it. But they'll keep churning and saying, oh, you got 10,000 views on this particular ad. And they'll make money off of it, but it never happened. It's just this program that happened in the back of your computer. Fascinating stuff I'm learning. But this is what's going on. So we have those download offers they want you to do. That's a big red flag. Huge red flag. Here's another one that Mikey sent. Ellen Win. And here's your download movie thing. This is not an accident. This is a purposeful campaign to do this. Here's all the details again. Another fake. And this one's been up for a couple days. So I don't know why Facebook doesn't take these down as soon as they're reported. But we did report them pretty quickly. And, you might want to do that as well. Same thing again. And more photos of random people. Where might they be from? Let's take this link and go look again. This seems like this is propping up the economy of Indonesia. That's what I think these scams are doing. Let's look at posts tagged in as well. So let's see. If I look at the guys tagging, let's see who else is tagged in here. Lives in Hong Kong. I don't know where that university is, but we'll probably find one of them with the tag on here. Santi Ratnasari is the one who keeps tagging everybody. So, who else? Let's see. Yeah, sometimes we can pop in and catch them where they are. Sometimes we have to go by the language that we find. You could put the language in Google Translate and find out who it is, what language they're speaking, which kind of narrows it down for you, where they come from. Little things like that are a little bit helpful in nailing these guys down. But I'm going to go again with Indonesia, that's what these guys are up to. Yep, there's an Indonesia right there. So somebody's related at least to Indonesia through this profile. When we look here at these links that they keep talking about, let's see. Let's see where that post was. Oh, here we go. All right. So when we're looking at these, this is the links that they try to get you to go to. It's something like this, and I'm going to click it because you need to see it. Register for win from Ellen.blogspot.com. How to win. Register now and select the gift you want. Click here to register. Cars, etc. And what happens when you click here to register, they've got this all set up to mine your information. And you should be warning everyone you know about this not to deal with these guys. Then it's going to give you this page here where it's trying to tell you to download a movie, that sort of thing. Do not do it. You are going to end up with stuff you don't want running on your computer and infecting it. Malware, viruses, all that sort of thing. So that's what we've been seeing about Ellen. Now, see how many were taken down? We had so many taken down. But it's very, very easy to find more. They keep making tons of these. Let's look. Ellen DeGeneres. If we do the search, we click on it, what we're going to have is her real profile with this verified check mark. If we have the verified check mark, it'll say, you know, this is actually verified by Facebook to be the real person. And then you could say people underneath here. And this is where it gets sketchy. These are people profiles. Ellen Lee DeGeneres, Ellen DeGeneres with an extra S. Ellen DeGeneres, Ellen DeGeneres win, real account. They put these fake checks here, and they embed in the image that same check mark. The same blue check mark, they just stick it into an image so it looks like it's supposed to be real. That is definitely against Facebook's terms of service, but Facebook hasn't taken it down yet. Here's Ellen DeGeneres, I can't even read that. Ellen DeGeneres, Ellen DeGeneres Le. It goes on and on. It goes on and on. And so what I want to do in the next week with everybody is I want us to all find all the Ellen DeGeneres fake profiles like this and report them. I want to see just Ellen. I'm not so concerned about the other ones. I want to make an example of Ellen just to see if it helps Facebook learn about these profiles, about these fake accounts. Does it take people actually reporting them for Facebook to figure it out? Or are they removing some that we don't even know about yet? I'd like to check that out. So I think what we're going to do is the mission for this week is everybody go and find all the Ellen DeGeneres as you can. Click on them all, open them up, and report them. And we're going to do that with one of them so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, we're going to do this one because it's so cheeky trying to say that it's a real profile. So we've opened up Ellen DeGeneres '(S) win, real account. All right, I'm not thinking it's real, but I'm going to click on that name so that it gives me the clean link here. And just so we don't inadvertently, get somebody who's a legitimate account, I always check, even if it's a fake like this, I always check with the stock scan, double check, and find out who is tagging this profile. Here's Don Boogie, studied at San Antonio National High School. Really? That looks Philippines. That looks like that kind of language from there. I don't remember what else they call it besides Philippine Tagalog, maybe. So yeah, this might actually be a Philippine-based profile instead of a Indonesia-based profile. Not sure, but yeah, this is definitely not Ellen DeGeneres being tagged in all these things. Let's see what else they have. If we go down and we look at places and see if there's any check-ins. There might be some interesting data here. Los Baños, Laguna, Philippines. More of that. Yep. All this looks like it's from the Philippines. Let's take a look, zoom out here and see if that is, yep, the whole thing is from the Philippines. So we can pretty safely say that this fake Ellen DeGeneres is fake, because we know it's not from the US. It's been busted as being from the Philippines. And we have the same kind of links down here. Let's see. Oh, and here we even have faith-based scams. Lord, release 5 miracles over the person reading this within an hour. Say amen and share if you believe it. God can do it. Okay, and then more scams. So yeah, I guess if we throw a religious reference on top of it, people are supposed to believe it more. I don't know. It's disgusting. But here is how we are going to report it. When we look here, we've got the name, we've got add a friend, we've got this down here, and we've got these 3 dots. We're going to click on the 3 dots, and it says give feedback or report this profile. We're going to click on it. And this is a multi-step process, so bear with me. I'm only saying this because it took me a while to figure out how to get this thing going again. Help us understand what's happening. Now we can do fake account, we can do pretending to be someone, we can do posting inappropriate things, whatever it is. In fact, let's look and see what the options are if we post inappropriate things. You get block or hide. Okay, that's not good enough for me. I need to report. So I'm going to do one of these 2. Pretending to be someone. Who are they pretending to be? If it's me, I can put my information in there. My link, it'll ask me who it is. If it's a friend and I'm a friend of theirs, actual friend on Facebook, then I can put their link. And then celebrity. And then they'll just look at that and figure out who it is. So then after that happens, that screen goes away, and then it says other steps you can take, and reporting is way down here. If I report the profile, submit to Facebook for review, then a 3rd pop-up happens. And then I have to say, I believe this goes against Facebook community standards, and then hit report. It's a 3-step process. It takes that long. Then once that's done, you can say done and quit. So that's what I'm wanting to do. Every one of these that we can come across in the next week, I want to report them. I wanted everybody just to focus on the Ellen DeGeneres profiles, and let's report them all. If you need to discover whether they are actually fake, first of all, again, this is the only Ellen 30 million likes legitimate profile. But if you need to run them, go here, stockscan.com, put the account in. You can look down here at the pictures they post, the videos, the posts that they make in general, the groups they're involved in. Here in the middle, you can look at the posts and pictures and videos they're tagged in. And you can look at comments they've made on pictures from other profiles. You can also see what pictures they've liked and places they've been to. And over here, you can see the pages that they've liked. The particular Ellen profile that we were looking at, if I click on pages, it'll show all this stuff that is pages that this profile has liked. You can scroll through here. I bet you this place is in Philippines. There's Manila, Philippines as well. I mean, this one has Philippines written all over it. Even though there's some other places on these pages, we can tell that this is pretty much a Philippine-centric account. And you can do that for every one of these that you want to report. You can run it through. Just if you need to double check, run it through StockScan. You can find out where they are. And you can share some of the videos that we have done that will help people see what these fakers are doing and how they're doing it. On our YouTube channel, we have a whole bunch of those, a whole bunch of videos showing what fakers are doing in general right now. And on top of that, we have a series of them on fake celebrity profile ones. I'm going to put the link to the YouTube channel in the chat so that people can find that as well. We have hundreds of videos dealing with the fakers that are out there, and you can check those and look through them and see. There's one here, and I'll just go behind the scenes here to our playlist of videos. We did a second one, 10 minutes long, showing all those other ones. We did a live troll hunt with the fake celebrity cash giveaway scams. Although we're kind of doing another one now, it's just because there are so many people that are falling for this. I'm serious when I talked about that video, the first Ellen DeGeneres video, getting some serious traction. Let me make sure it's not going to play, because it'll blast your ears out. All right, so if you are looking at it here, 3,300 views. It's been out only about 3 weeks. 26 comments on this thread, but 130 shares. People are sharing this with people they know. And another thing, if you go to that post and you click on people who shared it, you can get it spread even further by just hitting like on all these. Like I've liked the ones that I'm able to like as unfakery. And some of them I've been able to like as myself as well. But yeah, you could see all the comments that people are making, all the tags that they've been tagging people in that might need to see that. This is helpful. This is the kind of information that we want people spreading. And this is why I want people to like the Unfakery page and share it. And this is why I'm also doing this particular live stream from my own page to reach the people who don't go to Unfakery, who don't go to the page, who don't see it, who just kind of get the information of what we're doing through my feed. So I wanted to open that up and show more people what we're dealing with, what kind of fakery is out there. So this week we're going to concentrate on Ellen, and then next week we might take on some more. And if you are encountering some celebrities that I haven't named, which was Tyler Perry, The Rock, Oprah Winfrey, let's see, what was that other one? Luke Bryan, it's on this, why am I even trying to remember? It's right here. Jamie Lee Curtis, and any of those names as well. I want you to tell me if there's some that I've missed so far. Let me know. And I want to just show you that too, when it comes to fake profiles, I've got a pretty good record. I'm going to scroll out a bit here and show you what I'm looking at. You don't need to see the names, but I just want to show you, this is the third spreadsheet that I've done. And everything you see in yellow is an account that has been taken down. This is how many I've done, reported and seen Facebook take down just since July. This page is just since July. And when I scroll back up, you'll see, but look how long. This is hundreds and hundreds, and all that yellow means that those profiles were taken down. And sometimes it took a long time, but eventually they came down. And that was a huge victory for me when Facebook started paying attention. Of all the ones I've reported on this page, it's 907. And the ones that have been taken down is 834. That's a 92% success rate on having them removed when I've reported them. So it's something that anybody can learn how to do, and anybody can turn their attention to. And just going through the videos that I've made, you can see those cases time and again, and the ones that we've seen. And I try to put the name out beside when I catch them. Beside the country of origin when I catch one. I don't always catch one, but when I do, I'm able to put that place where they come from, and then people are able to double check me on that and see if I'm right about that. It gives me more of a basis of deciding when I report them what kind of supporting evidence I'll need. Let me just take one look at one for you to see. Just one regular fake, not an Ellen DeGeneres fake, but a regular fake. This is Akhilesh Padilla, I think. And this is supposed to be a cute girl. I I've got a whole list of classifications, but a cute girl profile. It's just a few pictures. There's really not anything else. But there's some sketchy looking friends up in here, are there not? That doesn't look normal in terms of a pattern. So we're going to take that profile. We're going to put it over here in the stock scan, and we're going to look, first of all, for any places, any check-ins. Now, sometimes I think they're getting a little wise to that, and they're not doing that anymore. But what they always forget to do is remove the tags from posts that they've been tagged in. So when we look at Akhilesh, there's nothing there for tags. Another place to look for them, comments on other profiles' pictures. We can see what photos that a profile would look like if they did that. None of these are showing up here. So let's check the pages liked. This is also a dead end. Amazing. So how did I get, oh, well, I didn't get a country. Okay. But I figured it was fake because I looked at the post patterns. Let's take a look at that. It's the same kind of posts in different places. Here's a different, two different groups, same exact post. Here's a third one, fourth one, same thing. This is the pattern of someone especially sharing the Tom Selleck fake quote. This is a pattern of a fake profile. So I called it fake without even knowing what country it came from. I'm pretty sure it's probably in the India region. But let's look at this one. This one actually has some. And then I'll look at this with you, and then I'm going to go, it is entirely too hot and my dog wants out. So again, the cute girl thing, this is supposed to disarm you. There's some not English up in there. That's probably Urdu. Again, no real activity on this profile, except we got some more Urdu. Yay! Yeah, that's not sketchy at all. So you just kind of scroll down some of these profiles that look like they're all Americana all the time, and that's what you get. So we'll take that link, copy it, take it again over to the stock scan tool, paste it. Liana, USA, Maddie. Yeah, not buying it. Let's look at those tags. Are there any tags here where Liana has been tagged? Nope. So what else we got? Comments on pictures? Let's see. These are the pictures that profile comments on. All right, right there, that's telling me close to India, Pakistan, something like that. Unofficial, Hina Khan. That's probably a celebrity that I don't know. These look like real people, though, and not celebrities. So let's see. This looks like, yep, a typical type of English-speaking Indian or near there. Let's see what this one has. Hina Khan again. Yeah, writer. That's new. Okay, so I haven't seen that one before. Let's see what else we got. When we have pages liked, places checked into, we looked at the checked-ins. Nope, they've managed to stop doing that. Pages liked, though, they always forget to clean those up too, but this may be a new profile. When we get to the posts, I think we based India based on that set of pictures commented on, but again, same post, different places. That is inauthentic behavior done by a faker from probably another country. And if I keep scrolling down, I find all that Urdu down here. So yeah, India, Pakistan, that's probably what we're looking at. So it's really kind of simple when you just use that tool to go looking around through and see if you find any fakers. So thank you guys for joining me. I know, again, this is an unusual thing to have on the my personal channel, but more people need to know about the live troll hunts and need to know about what Unfakery is doing, building a set of tools and helps for people who don't know that they're navigating through fakery, and to help them do better navigating through the fakery, the fake profiles, the fake scammers, the guys trying to promise cash giveaways, and also just to hold media accountable. That's another huge thing that we want to do. And we need more people to like the page and help us do that, to help it grow. Again, it's amazing that we got 130 shares on this Ellen DeGeneres video. And I'd like more on that one and on the follow-up video. But I need your help. Like the page, share it with your friends, send that around. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. That is huge for our growth and our ability to reach people that we can't touch right now. We're only limited to who we can reach on Facebook by who likes our page and who likes the people who like our page. We need it spread far and wide. So please help us do that. If you haven't done any serious watching of our videos, take a few minutes, scroll through the videos, see what you see on YouTube, and see if it's worth a like or a subscribe. We do try to work hard and work with other partners to do our stuff at least as simply as possible to reach the largest number of people, get the most educational and helpful videos out there so people can see what they need to be aware of and what they need to watch out for. But it only helps if you are involved in the process too. You are our keys to reaching people we'll never touch otherwise. So please help us spread the word. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week, probably back on the Unfakery channel. Good night.